Hi Capricorn, I'm Chris. Welcome to your February Taroscope. A lot going on this month for Capricorn. Just want to start with some quick announcements. I'm closing down my Etsy site at the end of the month to launch my website in March, which means that all my readings that I'm currently selling through Etsy are on super sale right now, basically until they clear out, and I'm shutting down my shop. So if you're interested in a private reading, check that out there. Also, I'm offering for the month of February mini love readings. So if you want to see what you have going on for you in love, go ahead and check that out as well. Super affordable. Check me out on Instagram. I have the weekly readings I'm posting there in my stories, as well as other tarot content and just some fun stuff. And the PayPal donations, those have made such a difference for me, and I love that you guys feel that this channel means enough to you that you're just willing to help support it. And if you want to check that out in the link below, you can do that as well. All right, Capricorn. So I mean, you guys are always powerful, but coming into this, I feel like so much strength and so much power with Capricorn for the month of February. While I was meditating on you guys before this reading, I really feel like there's a sense of groundedness with Capricorn. I think there's a sense of purpose, there's a sense of calmness with you guys, right? You might have been going through some shit that now has you a little bit more on your feet, right? You're a little motivated, a little inspired, kind of looking to the future. Big, ambitious energy, I think, with Capricorn in February. And while I was meditating, there was a phrase that came up that I want to say because I think it was like central to what's going on with you guys this month. And that's, you're not building a shack, you're building a castle. Now, what that means is, Capricorn, I think that this is a month where you're really going to have to put your head down. Where you're really going to have to block people out. I think that there are going to be some people right now, Capricorn, who are just not going to be worth your time and energy. And what's happening now, you know that expression, there's no competition when you're manifesting your own lane? That's what you have to do now, Capricorn. You can do things that other people can't. You can do things in ways that other people can't. And what you need to do right now is block all the bullshit out. Be patient, be persistent, have faith that the direction you're going in is the direction where things are going to pay off. Because I think you guys have a really strong sense of yourselves and where you're going, what you're about. So just keep building and keep plowing forward, and let everything else go aside. Let other bullshit that doesn't mean anything to you just fall away. You guys are in your leadership power right now. You're a cardinal earth, right? People are going to follow you. People are going to be inspired by you. But they do that by not telling people what to do, but by being your most badass self right now and just focusing on your own shit and focusing on your game. So first card up, central situation for the month of February, Capricorn, is the Four of Cups. So part of what I was saying, this little bit of this theme of feeling like this is you guys, like here's everybody else and here's you being like, not into it. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to focus on what I want, right? There may have been a feeling of contemplation, of consideration with the Four of Cups. And I think it's also just a lot of abundance here, Capricorn. I think that you are feeling maybe more emotionally full than you have in a while. Like your cups are full here. And now it's time to sort of take a step back from like the basic bitch shit that everybody else is doing, and now like get into your own lane. Do you see what I mean? Like, do you see visually how it's like its own lane, it's doing its own thing in this cup, it's creating its own reality. It's taking a step back from everything and seeing the big picture. You're not building a shack, Capricorn, you're building a castle, right? So the humdrum of day-to-day life it is not as important as, like, it feels to me when I'm looking at this, like every little day, every little thing you do is just another stone and another stone and another stone in the thing that you're building. And when you're looking at stone by stone by stone, you know, the bigger picture of what you're creating can be hard to see. But it's like, Capricorn, one day you're just gonna look up and you're gonna see like, wow, I fucking created this. Wow, this is what I was doing all this time when I was working hard and maybe shit wasn't paying off and maybe my relationships were a little shaky here and there. And now it's just like you just wake up one day and see like this thing fully grown in front of you, fully manifested, and something that other people are really gonna fucking admire, and things that people are really gonna want to like be a part of. So in your ideals here, Capricorn, we have the Eight of Wands. You see what I mean about not paying bitches any mind? What's that expression? Lest they paying your bills, pay these bitches no mind. That's the name of the game, Capricorn. Eight of Wands, you want to move fast. You want to like make things happen. The way this card always looks to me is as if like all these things are raining down to earth. So it's like all these ideas, all these possibilities, all this potential, it's just plummeting down to be manifested, to be created, to become something real and something tangible. And there's a lot of things here at once. So this is sort of going back to what I said about the stone by stone analogy, where each of these individual wands is like a different project, a different task. And all together, when they come down to earth, when they kind of coalesce together, then you'll see the magnificence. You'll see the big picture of what it is that you've been doing, all these different projects you've been putting your energy into, all these different tasks you've been taking on, all these ways you've been kind of like challenging yourself and pushing yourself, Capricorn. Now what you want to see is all of these things coming into reality in a way that validates the work you've been doing and validates like that you've been on the right path. So with the desire, I do want to call this out because there is sort of this like dichotomy between these two cards, right? Where there's swiftness here and there's sort of like taking a step back here. And with the Four of Cups, there could be some sort of apathy here. There could be some sense of disappointment. There could be some sense of frustration. So there could be a push and pull here, Capricorn. I think that's why I started off with the meditative message of be patient, stone by stone, brick by brick. You're building a castle, right? So you could be torn between these feelings of not really feeling super content with the right here, right now, and wanting things to go super fast and wanting to change your situation and wanting to be over that person already and wanting to be done with that job already, whatever it might be for you. But you need to take heart and understand that like things are going slow and that you have to take things slow and you have to be patient to make things happen. So here we're starting out looking kind of at your past, and when I show you guys the cards, we'll see we're kind of going in a chronological circle here. So the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys have been standing on your own. You've been doing your work. You've been building and building and building. But I think a lot of this has been personal for me when I'm looking at the Nine of Pentacles. It feels like there's been some like inner construction that's been happening with Capricorn. Inner building, like getting to know yourself, getting to like do the things that you've needed to do for yourself for a long time. Giving yourself the fulfillment and giving yourself the stability that has been necessary for you. And so lots of personal growth I feel with Capricorn has been going through, right? And I think that's why you probably feel like this readiness to just go, because it's like, okay, I've spent enough time working on myself. I've spent enough time, doing the emotional thing, doing the thing that's going to, improve my mental state. I've been working on it. I've been filling my cups. So you're feeling real stable, Capricorn. You're feeling in charge of yourself. You're feeling in control. You're feeling like mad independent, and like that leadership energy is just booming out of you right now. And also, like, what did I say? You've been doing the work, Capricorn. But you know what? The thing is I think the work has felt like a burden. There's a big difference between the lightness and the swiftness of those 8 wands, and then like the heaviness of the 10. So it hasn't really been feeling like, I think you've been in your feelings a little bit, Capricorn, about how much you've been taking on, how much you've been burdening yourself, and kind of questioning whether or not it's paying off. And I'm here to tell you, Capricorn, that I think it has been. I think that, with this card, you've been putting your head down. You've been like just bearing the burden, and now you can put it down. And now it's like you're going to look around and see that, or you have looked around and seen that you're in a completely different place. You're in a completely different place. There's been struggle. There's been turmoil. There's been hustling. There's been all that stuff. And it didn't feel super good at the time. It didn't feel like you were making progress. It just felt like suffering. It just felt like burdens for no reason. And now, like I'm saying, when you look up from the ground, it's like you have this on your back, and you've been looking down, and then you drop it, and you have this relief, and now you're starting to straighten up and look and see, and now you see like whoa, how much progress I've made. I'm in a completely different place. I'm in a completely different I feel like different about who I am. I feel about very different about where I am, right? And you know, maybe a little loneliness here has been experienced, Capricorn. I think we've talked about that in past readings, but with the Nine of Pentacles, there's also a sense of, and with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, there's this energy here of having to do it all alone. And I know that like you guys have that feeling a lot where no one does things like I can, and you're probably right most of the time, right? Sometimes it's probably best, Capricorn, for you to just like take things on yourself to make sure they get done right and get done well. But I think the negative part of that is that you have been feeling like this burden does break your back after a while, Capricorn. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It does become burdensome. It does become frustrating. You probably might have been feeling frustrated with people around you. Might have been feeling like lack of support, right? But then look again what we have here. So very strong energy here with 2 10s back to back. With the 10 of Pentacles now, that work is exactly what I said. It's a foundation. You've created, I think for some of you, you might have reached a pinnacle. You might have reached a plateau, let's say, right? Where in your personal life, it's like exactly what I was saying with the 9 of Pentacles. We moved from the 9 to the 10, and now it's sort of like, okay, been there, done that. I completed this phase of my life. I did what I have to do for myself. Now what? That's what I said about you guys being super ambitious right now, right? Looking forward towards the future, being really fired up about the things you want to create and the things that you're doing with your life. With the 10 of Pentacles, though, I think that you guys have been creating a feeling of comfort, and you have been creating a feeling of home and love. So in your personal lives with like your family, if you're in a relationship with a significant other, there could be very much a strong feeling right now of just like knowing who your people are, of feeling very supported by your loved ones, feeling very supported by close friends. Even if there's a sense of like in your work life or like that you have to bear struggles a lot, there is at the same time that this sense of comfort, right? This sense of stability, even if like these people aren't maybe helping you specifically with your work or the things you're trying to accomplish. You do have this sense now of home. You do have this sense of stability, right? And I think that's part of what motivates you guys to move forward is you can look around your life. You see what I said about the 10 of Wands, about looking up, and then we go into the 10 of Pentacles. Now you're seeing what you've created. Now you're seeing what you're capable of. And I think that's why you're partly so fired up, Capricorn, because you did all this work and you've worked on yourself, and you've hustled, and you've bear the burden for a long time, and now you've seen what you've created, and now you're really ready to go to the next level. You're really ready to push forward in what you're doing. Wow, Virgo. I just did Virgo before. Capricorn. Just look at this. Half the cards on the table right now are Pentacles. So feeling fired up about work, feeling fired up about making things happen, being ready for the long haul, really ready to put your time and your effort in. Capricorn, you know, I feel like there's big payoffs, right? You guys are ruled by Saturn, and it's ruling your sign right now. It's in its home sign. So you guys are super fired up about like getting what you deserve. So for the next, I think, year and a half, I think you're going to see big fucking payoffs. And Capricorn, I think that you're feeling really pleased with yourself about the work you've been doing, both personal and professionally. With the 8 of Pentacles here, we're putting our efforts in. This is the turning point of what we're doing. We have the work, right? We have all the comforts, we have the stability, but it's like as through that work you've now found what I said from the beginning about purpose. The 8 of Pentacles is meaning. The 8 of Pentacles is the spirit of what you're doing, right? Not just the actual work, but what it means to you, what it provides to you, what it says about who you are and where you're going. And with the 8 of Pentacles coming up here, guys, I think that there's also an aspiration here to to move towards things that are more meaningful, right? Because it's coming up in this position of the turning point, right? So with this turning point here, there's an emphasis now on meaning again. There's an emphasis now on okay, I know I'm competent. I know I can do well at any job. I know that I can do well with keeping a family together. I know I can do well with all this kind of stuff, but now what is my legacy? What is the thing? What are the things I'm going to leave behind? What are people going to know me for, right? And that's, you see, coming underneath the Four of Cups, this is what you're thinking about. This is why it's important for you to manifest your own lane, because you're creating something right now, Capricorn, that's going to be really original. It's like your life story. You're creating your own unique story. You're creating your own really unique, independent sense of who you are and what you're about in a way that no one else can do. So going forward, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So what I'm thinking here, guys, is that there is going to be, I think, a little bit of, as much as there is a sense of peace of mind, I think there is also a little bit of inner turmoil. I think there could be a lot of hard starts or difficult starts with what you're trying to go and move forward, like getting ideas about what you want to do, of feeling really capable of taking that first step is what I feel here. With the Page of Swords in reverse, I think that normally this card emphasizes somebody who is ready to try, right? To move out, to take those first steps. And Capricorn, I think that there could be some sense of hesitancy with regards to that. I think that you could also, we have two cards here that also represent communication. So I think that it could be difficult for you to get other people on your same page. I think it's going to be difficult for you to feel sort of validation from others. You know, not that you really need validation from others, but just to feel like you're on the right track in terms of the people around you, like being able to actually give you good advice, people around you being able to tell you like, you're doing a good job, Capricorn, like keep hustling. There's a sort of uncertainty here, which I think is really unusual for you guys, and I think it's because there's a lot of thoughts in your head, right? I think that this came up for Virgo and Taurus as well, all the earth signs. I know this is earth sign quality of overthinking things, right? Of being hesitant to take steps because you're so used to being practical, but the energy here, Capricorn, is encouraging you to try something new, to put yourself out there, also to express yourself. So if you've been having a difficult time communicating with people, if you feel like there's somebody who needs to be told about themselves in some way, even if it's not like confrontational, even if it's just like, you know, you need to have a talk with your boss because like you're not feeling appreciated at work, or you want to move to the next level and you don't know how. The Page of Swords in reverse is telling me that there's some difficulty with expressing your desires, and there's some difficulty with you expressing how you feel to people, which also correlates to you then kind of feeling blocked internally and not really being able to pursue the things that you love and are passionate about, because you're having a hard time just letting things flow out of you naturally in general. So it's going to be hard for you to move in that direction anyway. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles now. So moving towards, this is the energy that I was saying with you guys, really focusing on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, really emphasizing the potential, right? And what this potential is just newness. It's refreshed energy. It's exciting, vivacious. I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but what's the word where you're like just invigorated? Vibrant, I think is what I was looking for. Capricorn, there's such this like spring kind of energy with this stuff. So if you are having difficulties with other people, if you are feeling like some sort of conflicts that are not working out for you, if other people are giving you a hard time, remember in the beginning I said to just ignore other people right now and focus on what you're about creating. This is exactly where you're moving towards in February, is not fucking with other people, not trying to work things out with other people, not trying to get people to understand you, because I think there will be difficulty if you try to do that. You might come across a little harsh in a way that, you know, sometimes feels good, but is not going to be productive and is not going to be in your best interest. So do be careful with your tongue, Capricorn. I think this is a good month to just bite your tongue, to not really engage with people that you don't want to engage with or that you don't have to engage with. And really, this is about your future. This is about building what you want for yourself. This could be business avenues. This could be new jobs. I think in February, a lot of you are going to be looking for new jobs and new careers. And I think that could be important because it just feels like what's happening now is just not going to be satisfying. So even if you're making good money and you're not like super upset about what you're doing, I think there's potential here to make more money, Capricorn. I think there's potential here to get into a higher position, to get promoted, to you know, sometimes nowadays it's harder to get promoted than it is to just find a better paying job somewhere else. And so I think that, Capricorn, it's about right now creating your opportunities for yourself and being, like I said before, your own leader and taking chances. If you've been thinking about starting a business, this is a good time to start working towards that. If you're frustrated with your job, February is the month where you put the pedal to the metal, Capricorn, and you start making things happen for yourself. This is about not dwelling in this place of struggle, right? It's about leveling up your expectations that life is not struggle, that having a fulfilling career does not necessarily mean that you have to be carrying everything yourself and breaking your back over things, right? It's okay for your ambitions to also be pleasurable, for your ambitions to make you happy, right? For you to see, like, you know, the pride when you plant a seed and you start to see it grow and you feel so good about that you gave life to this thing. This is what I want you guys to be feeling in February, is that you're giving life to something, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a career, whether that's your home life, whatever it is that pertains to you specifically. You're giving new life to something in your life that is going to pay off big time in the long run, and it's going to bring so much satisfaction, so much pleasure for you, Capricorn. I just feel it. Okay, so now we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, ending out the circle. So, you know, when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, it's not saying that there's no movement. I think that this goes back to what I said before about you're not building a shack, you're building a castle. This is about taking time. Like, these two energies together are very slow. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is not, the wheel isn't moving. It's just not quite moving. You're not quite reaping the benefits of what's happening there, right? It's still there. This energy is present. A lot of the shift that's happening here is internal. So internally, you are moving towards something, and we're going back to the beginning here, where there is this sense now of frustration, right? There is this sense of wanting things to go, but now it's almost like the wheel is stuck. Do you see what I mean here about this movement, and then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like, we're not moving yet. We're not moving yet. So Capricorn, this month it's very important to get into the headspace of long-term creation, and get into the headspace of no quick fixes. There are no quick fixes for what's happening in your life. There are no quick fixes for your career, right? There's a difference between a job and a career. And a career is not going to turn overnight and be what you want it to be. It's going to take time and persistence. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. What's happening here is that you guys are moving into a place where you're just super aware of what's going on around you, right? There's no wool being pulled over your eyes, which might be why there's this sense of I need to change this now, and I need movement, I need change, because you come into this place where now you know what's up. You know who doesn't have your interest in mind, Capricorn. You know who your friends are and who aren't your friends. You know that you know, if you're in a job and that's a dead-end situation, maybe people been leading you along for months, that like things were going to change for you, or that you were going to get a promotion any day now. Like, you know what's up. You know that people are full of shit right now, Capricorn. And that truth, that honesty could make you feel a little bit like lashing out. It could make you want to like cut some bitches. And again, Capricorn, the advice for February is to bite your tongue and to keep your head down and work. I also think that with regards to any personal relationships, if you guys are... Look at how much pentacles there are here, though. Interesting that the only cups that we have in the middle are the 4, right? But we have 4 cards of pentacles of just earth energy. Super, super, super earthy, guys, huh? So what I feel with that is that if you are in a place where you're looking for love, you know, again, there's no quick fixes, right? If you're looking for a relationship, you know, dating is important, right? And getting out there is important, but I don't feel like February is necessarily going to be the month where you find the love of your life. I don't necessarily feel like February is going to be a month where things are feeling like super romantic. But I do think that you have to look forward to comfort and stability in like your close connections. But what I want to say about this is like, putting yourself out there now is what's going to lay the groundwork for you to know what you want to, for you to feel sexy again, for you to feel, you know, that you're loved and that you're cared for and that you're attractive, right? So right now, what I mean by that is like investing in your long-term potential. So even if love isn't coming right now, this is a great time to like be working out and getting your body looking tight and looking right, getting your health in order, getting your finances in order, figuring out the money and career stuff, so that in the near future when love does come your way, I think it's going to be March where there's a big influx of romance for you guys. The work you do in February to make yourself more stable, to make yourself more grounded, to make yourself feel good about where you are, then there's this surge of excitement, I think, that comes in March. There's this surge of passion. There's this surge of, you know, I can put my attention. This is something that came up for Taurus. When earth signs don't feel good about the material world, it's very hard for you guys to put your emphasis into love and romance, right? Love and romance comes secondary when there are physical things that need to be cared for. So doing this work now frees up your mind to pursue romantic interests, right? Let's look at the cards real quick. So you can see what I mean, Capricorn. Like, if you're mad at me for saying there's no love in the cards for this month, I mean, look for yourself, right? You have pentacles, 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 heavy wands energy, fast-moving wands energy, things kind of being stuck, things like, it's like the wheel kind of needs to have some grease applied to it right now. You kind of need to like not expect it to turn super fast in your direction, but instead care for it and nurture it and trust, because with the Wheel of Fortune, it turns. Right? So whether this is in reverse or upright, you know that no matter what, it's going to turn. That's exactly what this card is. This is the card of fate. This is the card of Jupiter. Jupiter always comes back to give you blessings, even if it's like retrograde, even if all that stuff is happening. Abundance does come. So now it's like, here you have to just like plant your feet in the ground and get stable and steady, and then know that blessings are coming your way. All right, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and take one quick outcome card to see what overall outcome you have to look forward to for the month of February. But again, guys, you know, this feels like really transitional. It feels like this dual energy here when I'm looking at this of feeling grounded and feeling peaceful, but then also it's almost like your mind's very active and you just want to go and do. Which I understand, because it does feel like you've been in a place where maybe you've had to do a lot of thinking and maybe you feel a little stuck and a little stagnant, and you want to be like that goat, just like ascending up the mountaintop as quickly and as nimbly as you can. But Capricorn, you know, the long game is important, right? So the outcome is death. I love this. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying about have faith that things are going to change, and have faith that things that don't work anymore aren't going to work? With death coming out as your outcome for February, you're going to go into March like feeling super different, feeling super brand new. Remember what I said about with the Ace of Pentacles? Like, I said vivacious, but feeling really, and I forgot the word again. Just feeling really alive, feeling really vibrant, right? So this is what happens. You cut away the bullshit. You cut away the garbage. Things are going to end very naturally. There's so far 2 cards here of sort of surrendering to fate and allowing things to unfold on their own. Again, why I said to put your head down and just focus on your work and focus on what you're about, because things around you are going to shift and things around you are going to change. And this is a promise, Capricorn, that you're not going to stay stuck, that things are already in motion, right? Things are already moving, and you know it and you can sense it, and the cards are showing all this growth and all this movement and all this potential. But you just have to know that March is going to see you as a new person. February is where we kind of like shed our old ways of being and let things die away. I think some of you, I don't think this is specifically about, like, let's say relationships or anything like that. If there were any relationships that needed to die, I think they've already died. I think what this is about, Capricorn, is about you shedding your old skin and you coming into a new place of being where you are strong, confident, secure, emotionally stable, emotionally fulfilled. And fulfilled in what you do for a living. And you're going to see the progress this month and all the hard work you've been doing. All right, Capricorn, that was a beautiful reading. You know, I think it's tough energy, but I think if anyone can handle it, it's definitely you guys. So again, check out discounted readings in the comments. Mini love readings, check those out as well. Like, subscribe, and comment, and share, and all that beautiful stuff. I love conversating with you guys. And Capricorn, I just trust that you know what you're doing and that you're in control. And you know that the philosophy of Stoicism. It says the only thing we can control are our thoughts, right? That we can't even really control our bodies. We can't control, you know, sensations. We can't control whether we feel pain or pleasure, right? We feel it and we have no choice but to experience it. The only thing we can have control over is our minds and our thoughts. So Capricorn, I think that's the challenge here with you this month, is to stay really in charge of your thoughts, to stay really in charge of your mood, to stay really focused on the big picture and on what you want. And things will start to fall into place, and you can't control other people. Right now, Capricorn, you can't control external circumstances. The only control you have is of yourself, and that's more than enough. That's more than most people have, right? And that's why you are cardinal Earth, because you are in control, you are in charge, you are leading everybody else, and it's only to better places. All right, guys, I love you so much. Wish you the best of luck. Check out my Aquarius season video. I did mini readings for each season, mini readings for each sign for the Aquarius season, as well as my weekly readings I've been posting. Check those out. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.